Hi, this is So You Want to Be a Journalist, and today we're talking about diversity. It's not a secret, diversity in the media industry sucks. When I was growing up, the only person I saw on TV who looked like me was Jameela Jamil. And I love her, but that's just one person. Some people that might not seem like a big deal, but it can be really discouraging when you want to get into an industry and don't see yourself represented in that industry. It's just really off-putting and it makes you think that those opportunities are not available to people like you. But first, diversity is not just hiring one non-white person at a junior level and then just saying great, diversity completed, we can all go home now. Diversity needs to happen not just in the most junior, lowest levels, but also in senior positions. And it shouldn't just be hiring one non-white person of one race, that's not it. Having diversity in senior positions is also important because it means if a junior person has an issue at work that's to do with race, they can talk to someone who will understand those problems. And I'm not saying that white people are not going to be understanding, but they just don't have those same lived experiences. And it's not just diversity when it comes to race, it's also social diversity. The industry is overwhelmingly middle class. It can sometimes feel like the industry is very closed off to people from working class backgrounds. And there needs to be more effort made in ensuring that people from working class backgrounds do actually have paths into the industry. Not everyone can afford to do a degree or NCTJ qualification or to work for free, which is how a lot of young journalists are getting experience. And having diversity in the industry doesn't just help people like me who want to break into it, but the organisations themselves. Diverse teams will lead to more diverse stories being told by people from those communities. Just because I doubt someone who is middle class is going to know what's happening in working class communities, and white people aren't really always going to understand the issues of people of colour. But even if they do understand those issues, they're not always going to be told in the right way. For example, with the farmers' protest happening in India, you can have a white person who has done all of the research in the world, but they are just not going to have the same understanding with Indian people who are either there at the moment or have family there. Having a more diverse team will also inevitably lead to less stupid mistakes and insensitivity around certain issues. I'm not going to name names, but a while ago a publication posted a picture of a white passing lady with a unibrow saying this is the trend for 2021. As if women of colour have not been trying to normalise and destigmatise facial hair for the longest time. That publication attributing the positive movement that's happening around unibrows and facial hair towards a white woman, it's just not it. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know how diverse or not diverse that team was, but I cannot help but think that if there was one non-white person on that team, that wouldn't have happened. Anyway, these are just my thoughts and opinions. I'd love to know what you think, so drop your thoughts in the comments.